congratulations, South Dakota State played a very good football game, and I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed for our players. I'm disappointed for our seniors, guys like Michael here who've helped me be the best coach that I can be, and have an opportunity to recruit him, to coach him when I was a defense coordinator, and now to see him done with his career. You know, on the wall of our locker room, it says those who stay will be champions. It doesn't say conference champs. It doesn't say national champs. But when you get to work with guys like this every day, this is the example of the champions in our program. So tough to lose, hate to lose. Not something we like to do, not something we're going to make a habit at NDSU, but I'm more concerned about our players right now. And shoot, they'll bounce back. I know that.
Thank you, Coach. We're going to open it up first for questions for our student athletes. We do have microphones that we'll pass around. Once again, name and affiliation. And then if you are tuning in on Zoom, we're going to get some of the questions out of the way here in the room first, and then we'll come to you, and we'll open up your microphone when I announce you. So where we go? Let's go. Devin, go ahead and get us started.
Devin Fry with Valley News Live. Mike, I guess first and foremost, the rushing attack that they had today, that was one of the bigger factors in the game. What did you see from your perspective? How were they able to dominate so much on the ground?
I think they just executed. They executed. A lot of the times we were in good calls for what they were running at us, and they just out-executed us. That's as simple as I can put it. Yeah, and I would say just nothing. They didn't throw anything crazy at us or anything we hadn't seen before or anything we weren't prepared for. They executed better than we did.
Right down here. Go ahead and Pat. Devin, get Pat. Or do we add back here? Okay.
Yeah, Jeff Kopak with the Forum. Michael, is there a moment of disbelief out there? Because this doesn't really happen to the Bison very often.
No, I wouldn't say there was any disbelief. Just the nature of this team and the nature of the guys in the locker room. We're going to keep playing to the last second. A lot of people say that, but we're going to mean it, no matter what the scoreboard says. And I think we just tried to stay in the game, not tried to let distractions get to us and just keep playing. So I wouldn't say that we ever had any disbelief until the score was the end of the score. So to answer your question.
What set apart the Jacks offense from other offenses you faced this year?
Again, I think today they executed better than us. Didn't throw anything crazy at us. They have great players over there, and they made plays when they needed to.
Go ahead. We'll go second row right here. You guys could help pass that mic down.
Thank you. Mike McFeely from the Forum. Cam, can you just sum up your disappointment with today's outcome? Just kind of give us a thought there where you're at.
Obviously, we wanted to win this game. I thought the guys played extremely hard. I felt like Bison Pride showed up the entire game. We never quit. We attacked them each and every snap, and they just outplayed us today, and they won.
Eric Peterson, Forum newspaper, again for Cam. Just seemed like you guys couldn't really get any traction or rhythm going. Did you kind of feel that early in the game, or how was that going from an offensive perspective?
We didn't execute very well on third down. When you can't keep the chains moving, it's really tough to be effective on offense. So that's something that we're going to work on and something that we're going to fix.
And one for Michael. I mean, just kind of, can you encapsulate just what your career's meant to you, and just kind of a summation of just your career overall?
Man, I would do 6 years over like that if I could. To answer it bluntly, I would do it all over again without question. I love the people that I've been able to build relationships with, coaches, players, this program, the people in the community. Just amazing, surreal experience. And I do have a daughter, and to have her a part of it all, I know that doesn't happen a lot. So I just know how special this place is, and it's been truly an honor to be a Bison. And Bison family, that will last forever. And I know I got these people on my side, and I'm on their side for forever and ever to come. So just been a true honor and amazing experience for me, and I'll never forget it.
Devin?
Cam, as the quarterback of this team, what's your message for the guys coming back next season?
Just build upon this year. I thought we had a really good year. We just couldn't finish it. We just got to work harder this offseason. You know, we always stress don't ever take these opportunities, you know, for granted. And I don't think we did, but we just need to execute better. And I feel like some of these younger guys just need to step up more as, you know, being a leader for us. And me, myself, need to be more vocal. I need to be better. And we'll all be better from this, I promise.
Go ahead.
Michael, you guys couldn't get off the field on third down. I think in the first half they were like 7 of 8. I think on third down finished 9 of 14. Some frustration there, obviously not be able to stop them and get off the field.
Yes, definitely frustrating. That was one of our keys too. We talked about we got to be better on third down, both sides of the ball, but on defense too, and especially in third and longs. But again, they executed when they needed to. Really wasn't about the scheme or anything. They just made the plays they needed to. And yeah.
Just a comment on Mark Gronowski too, player of the game and played well.
Yep. Yeah. He's. I've got to play against him a few times. I'm not sure how many exactly, but he's always been a good competitor, a good moxie, runs our offense well, and you know he did his thing today. So salute to him.
Does it feel odd to be in Frisco and be on this end? I mean, you guys haven't lost down here, and you've got a couple of yourself down here, and describe the feeling of being on the other end of this down here?
Yeah, it's extremely off to me. I mean, obviously, the expectation here is we come here and we win in Frisco. So it is extremely odd, honestly, to be honest with you. But I'm more worried about just spending these final moments with my teammates and coaches, what happened on the field. Like Cam said, Bison Pride showed up on the field. We never quit. And that's all that I'm really worried about, and just being able to spend the last moments as a Bison and with my teammates and coaches.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and release our student athletes. Gentlemen, congratulations on an outstanding year. Coach, we'll have you stay for a few more moments. Okay, let's open it up for questions for Coach. We'll start right here, second row.
I'll ask you the same thing, Matt. How odd does it feel to be on this end down here when everything down here has always gone NDSU's way, and
Right.
it didn't turn out that way today?
No, it did not. Like I said, we played a really good football team. Of course, it's different. Hadn't happened very often in the history of NDSU, where there's a loss in the national championship game, and that's not the expectations of this place, and that's not the expectations of our program right now. And so I saw a lot of our players staying out there and watching the trophy presentation. I hope they remember that.
Let's go front row.
Eric Peterson, Fargo Forum. Just two things: the early turnover, which you have. Let's talk about turnover advantage and not getting off the field on third downs. Just address both of those.
All the things that we talked about, all the things that we worked on for the last 3 weeks came to fruition. We couldn't turn the ball over to a good football team, and we needed to be better than 9 of 14 on third down. I mean, we've lost the last couple games to them, and I think they're averaging about 65% conversion on third down. That's just, we got to get off the field. There's only 8 to 10 series a game, and we can't let them have the ball as long as they do, and we have to be better on third down moving forward.
Go ahead, Devin.
Coach, just kind of thinking back about this group this year, kind of what are your biggest takeaways here, this immediate thought about this group this season?
Having recruited a lot of the players that are seniors right now, and I'm anticipating you're talking about, when you say group, those are the guys. They're all going to continue to be successful just based on the comment I had in my opening statement. To hear a guy like Michael Tutsie say that he'd do it all over again is as good a compliment as you could get as a program. I laugh. I got a lot of laughs inside, a lot of stories. I probably I can't tell you until prime time probably, but with this group of guys. But you talk about Cody Mauk, you talk about Nash Jensen, Michael Tutsie, Dawson Weber, guys that I've known since they were 17 years old, and now some of them are 20. Dawson just turned 24 years old. I've known him for 25 to 30% of his life now, and I'll continue to know him. Their guys have become great friends along the way and great family members.
Second row in the middle.
I'm Coach Gene Clemens, the athletic.
Yep.
Two things. run fits seem to not be squaring up the way
Yep.
you would like them to square up. They were able to cut back some things and get some big chunk yards in the run game. Also, pass rush, you weren't able to get a lot of pressure on them, especially on those third down times.
Right.
Were those keys that you were looking at coming into the game that you said, hey, we're going to have to really be sound here?
Well, it was, and one of the things they did a great job of getting into 3-by-1, cracking our safety, and forcing our corners to get in the run fit, and we missed some tackles. I can remember the ball going from south to north. I believe it was towards the end of this first quarter or first half, and our corner missed the tackle. And all of a sudden, it's a one-on-one tackle with a really good running back, a big physical kid who gets his shoulders downhill and can go and has good speed. So they did a good job scheming us. Again, we've struggled at times tackling on the perimeter, and you can't do that against a good football team.
Jeff?
Matt, you gave up an average of 14 points a game in the previous 9 trips down here. What changed today?
I'm not sure if I can just come out with an answer. Played a good football team, because I'm not going to take anything away from our opponent. That would be disrespectful. Coach Stig did a great job with this group of young men that they had there. Just didn't make plays when we had opportunities to, and that's what's frustrating. We're better than what the product we put out there today. I firmly believe that, and I'll continue to say it. Our best football still ahead of us.
Third row.
Matt Domizzo, WDAY. How has South Dakota State flipped this over the last few years where they have had the advantage now in this rivalry? Where have you seen it?
Well, I think they've continued to put an emphasis. They're recruiting at a better level than I think they were maybe early in my career. Improved play up front on the offensive line and having more skill kids. They've done a nice job of expanding their offense, getting into more quarterback run game, and their quarterback's a tremendous competitor, very talented young man, and you can see kind of his growth as the year has unfolded. Very limited mobility-wise, and really, they cut him loose here today, and because he's healthy. I mean, he's and you should. You're going to pull out all the stops in the national championship game.
Turnovers in this series has been completely one-sided. Describe that and how that's flipped this as well.
Well, I mean, if you lose the turnover margin by 1, you're going to lose statistically or analytically. You're going to lose 60% of the time. When you lose by 3, it's almost impossible to win. It's something that we continually harp on all the time, and drill work and things of that nature. Just kids making plays and kids not making plays. But it is something that we have to continue to talk about, to work and practice, especially as we move into our off season.
Okay, we have time for one more here in the room, and then we'll go to one on Zoom. Go ahead.
Do you? I know it's just after the game, but the result of the game today. Are you going to have to address things in the off season from what you saw today, just in terms of matchups and things against South Dakota State?
Yeah, we probably will. Of course, when you get beat in the national championship game, guys, I'll be on the plane tonight and I'll be writing down notes to myself because, the calendar's turned. The 2023 season now is, fast approaching, and we got to continue to improve this football program. Our fan base, our administration expect us to do it the right way, and I know we're all extremely disappointed in the game today, but I got a sneaking suspicion that we're going to continue to play good football here at NDSU. I like the makeup of this football team, and like I said, this is a great opportunity to learn and grow.
We're going to go to Zoom for our final question. Chris Heidel, your mic is open. Please go ahead.
Hey, Coach. This is Chris Heidel from Herberton Radio in Baltimore. I'm sorry for the tough loss this afternoon. I feel like the key to the game was that turnover in the beginning of the second quarter. You guys didn't respond back to it. What happened on that, the exchange from Johnson and fumbling the football?
Well, it looked like, as he was getting tackled, someone caught him from behind. It looked like someone I don't know if intentionally punched it out, but as they were wrapping him up, it came through his armpit and kind of got the ball on the ground. And again, it looked like Kobe had decent possession of it. Wrist was above his elbow, but just one of those things where we got to squeeze that thing into our pec and make sure we have the 5 points of pressure for ball security.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on an outstanding season.
Appreciate it. Thank you.